It's showtime. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to What's the Buzz. I'm your host, Mad Dog DeCipio, joined as I am each and every week by Her Holiness, Her Rolliness, the Pitbull herself, Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. How you doing, Amelia?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fabulous. I see you got the innkeeper with us tonight.
I
This
do.
is Jeff the Innkeeper Chapman. He's this is Amelia's husband. God bless him. He got to put up with this crazy woman all week. How you doing, Jeffrey?
How you doing, Jeffrey?
Doing well. Thank you.
Yeah,
How you
he's
doing?
shy too. He's shy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. We got a show tonight. Here's the subject tonight. Elvis, what really happened? We're going to go deep down the rabbit hole of the Elvis conspiracy. Did Elvis Presley fake his death to live a normal life? Well, interesting question. But first, let's figure out what really happened. Jeff is here for a couple of reasons tonight. First of all, he worked at Graceland for a little bit, so he knows the delay up there. And my understanding is you guys are like kind of Elvis-y fans, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, and you're also conspiracy kooks like I am, which
Yes.
is great. Good. So, I want to start because Jeff, you're the new guy here tonight. Let's just start with Jeff and find out what are your thoughts. Elvis, dead or alive?
What do you think?
Dead. Yeah, he passed away. Yeah,
Okay, and when do you think
I
that
believe he
happened?
passed away. Say again.
When do you think that happened?
I believe it happened the day that they say it happened. I worked there as a landscaper. Is what I did. I got a contract to work there, and I met some of the family there, and I got a chance to talk with them, and they expressed the day he died, and I believe them. I believe their word.
Well, and maybe that's where you and I differ because I don't believe a
Okay.
fucking thing that comes out of their mouth.
Oh, okay.
I
And
think
even
local
the yard
shit-
man, Albert was hired over. Elvis hired him over from the Dr. Moore. Elvis bought the mansion from the Dr. Moore, and
Right.
and the Moores had a yard man, Albert, and Elvis hired him on as his yard man.
Right.
And and I got a chance, and Albert was doing the lawn, doing the management of the lawn when I was hired on there as a contract. I got a contract just to do a little bit of landscaping on the property. It only took me a week and about 10 days.
Jeff, we're
10
going to
days.
see.
But I got a chance to talk to Albert, though, and he told me how it happened, and he told you, and so I believe that it's true. He passed away up in that bathroom, and Ginger Alden was in the room next to in the main room, and
Right.
yeah. So I believe.
Well, that's the official story.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Problem is, I don't believe the official story.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's all hoax. Then. Okay.
Well, I'm not saying it's all a hoax. I'm saying a lot of it's bullshit for sure.
Right.
Yeah, well, because we're going to look at some stuff tonight. Some stuff didn't add up.
Right. Okay.
Amelia, where are you on this whole Elvis dead or alive thing?
Well, I mean, I was a little bitty girl, but I mean, as far as a lot of things, the way they've happened now, people have faked their deaths, and a lot of people have wanted to fake their deaths because he couldn't be Elvis. He couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't go to a restaurant with his family. He couldn't go to amusement parks with his little girl. He couldn't do anything, basically, like he could as a normal person.
He's so famous, so that's the reason.
Yeah. So I think he was still alive.
Here's the take I have. I think that he lived past 1977.
I believe so.
I believe that for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is there's a compelling video taken at Graceland that you will see tonight. And this video is not edited, not censored in any way, and it clearly has the Graceland logo on it. You're going to see something that a lot of people have never seen. You're also going to see some photographic evidence tonight. Jeff, when you were at Graceland, did you ever meet a guy named Al Strata?
No, I didn't. No, actually,
Okay.
I never had a chance to meet him.
Okay.
I'll tell you the person that I talked with, and it's Vernon Presley. I met Elvis's father.
Right.
Yeah, it was in March of '79, and that's when he drove up, and it was a Jaguar he pulled up in.
Right.
And he pulled up, and I was actually had a sod cutter, and I was sod cutting a berm on each side of where the big door is, his front door.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Out front of there's 2 berms there. I was cutting the sod out, resodding that area. So he pulls up with that Jaguar right there in front of me right there, and he gets out and he's talking to me.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, he said, place looking pretty and all everything like that. And he's sitting there and asked him, I said, what happened to Elvis? What happened? And he points down to the street. He says, that GD Dr. Nicopoulos. That's what it is. That GD Dr. Nicopoulos. That's what killed Elvis Presley. All them damn drugs. And he pulled up his hand. It's about 4 feet about drugs. He just bound it up. That's all them pills. That's what killed Elvis. That's what killed Elvis. That's what his daddy said to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't believe his father either.
No.
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah. That's what he said.
Yeah. There's a reason.
Then a few months later, he died, man. He died in June. He died in June of '79.
His father died in '79.
Yeah. That's right.
I think this was an elaborate plan. Elvis was in a lot of trouble financially. He was in trouble with the Church of Scientology, and he was in trouble with a syndicate called the Triad.
Right.
Now, and if you think anybody who thinks I'm making this up, it's a simple Freedom of Information Act request.
Right.
They'll show you the papers. They'll send you the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in Elvis's file, in his FBI file. You can find this stuff on the internet because it's public record.
Public record, you're right. Yeah.
So, if anybody wants to know what happened to Elvis, it's as simple as doing the paperwork.
Right.
Follow the papers. And a related some news that we got today.
Right.
The woman who literally wrote the book and created the movies on the death hoax of Michael Jackson. She will be with us next Wednesday.
Oh,
Her name is
nice.
Pearl Jr., and she is an absolute authority, bar none,
Right.
on the world of Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I spoke to her today on the phone, and there's a lot of similarities between Michael and Elvis.
Yes.
Well, I see.
It's no accident that Michael supposedly married Lisa Marie Presley. Well, you're going to find out something tonight. They were never married, folks. It was never legal. It never happened.
No.
Okay? It never happened. They went to the Dominican Republic to meet somebody. We believe we know who they went to meet. There you go.
I like to hear this. Yeah.
This is going to be a different kind of show tonight. I'll tell you my thoughts. And then you'll understand why I'm the conspiracy nut around here. I think that Elvis, in order to create himself a life, to see his children, raised, and to see his grandchildren, he had to die in order to live. I think he had to disappear in order. Elvis was hiding in plain sight. If you want to disappear, what do? Don't hide. Walk into the crowd. You'll get lost in a crowd.
Exactly.
And that's what Elvis did.
Right.
He hid in plain sight. You're going to see some pictures tonight that may prove that.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Amelia's favorite part of the show, Jeff, is called Show and Tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do Show and Tell tonight.
Right.
Yes.
But here's with a little twist, though. Show and Tell tonight is going to have some people in it that Jeff Chapman may know. Because this is the famous Aloha from Hawaii shot.
Oh, okay.
Now, these two guys here, they both look like Elvis, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're not.
Definitely they do. Yeah.
One isn't, one is not.
The guy on the right is Johnny Hara.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away in 2017.
Oh wow. Wow.
Elvis is on the left. These guys could have been separated at birth.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, a lot of people believe Johnny Hara may have been Elvis's twin brother Jesse.
Oh wow.
And then there's some evidence that may point that way.
Right.
This is a guy. If you had never seen this picture, this was taken at Graceland. The man on the left, they say, is Elvis. Okay. The guy on the right is clearly Elvis from about 1967.
Right. Yeah.
It's not the Elvis you would recognize in the 70s. But you're going to see this is a guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is a gardener at Graceland.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who he is, Jeff?
Let me see.
I don't
He's
know.
a gardener at Graceland.
Yeah.
No, I don't recognize him.
Okay.
I don't.
They say that this guy is Elvis.
Okay.
You get where we're going here.
I get where you're going. I do. Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look at the newspapers. Is Elvis still alive? Okay. You see a guy up here with a mask on.
Right.
His real name is Jimmy Ellis.
Jimmy Ellis.
Keep that name in the back of your mind for a couple minutes. Jimmy Ellis. He was called Orion. Back in the day, a woman named Gail Brewer Giorgio wrote a book called Orion Reborn.
Okay.
It was the story of a rock and roll singer that faked his death.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you get where we're going here.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on to that because you're going to hold on to your asses, little kids, because watch the ride's going to get bumpy.
Okay.
All right, this is Elvis's grave.
Right.
Elvis spells his middle name Aron.
Aaron. Yeah.
It's not spelled Aron on his tombstone.
That's 2 A's.
It's spelled Aaron. Why would they misspell his name for somebody so important?
Exactly.
Here's why. Elvis was very superstitious. If you spell Aron, you're tempting fate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do you not tempt fate, but still pull off a coup?
You misspell
You
it.
spell the name wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It gets better, watch. Now, this gentleman here, some believe this is Jesse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The gentleman I referred to earlier, Jimmy Ellis, that's Jimmy Ellis,
Mm-hmm.
a.k.a. Orion. The old man that you saw calls himself Jesse Presley.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting thing about Jesse, his DNA matched the Presley family.
Wow.
Wow.
Suddenly, though, he all of a sudden disappeared. Nobody can find him. Now,
Look at that guy.
you're going to take a look. This is Elvis leaving a concert, okay? You see the guy behind Elvis with the glasses on?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
His name was Al Strada. He was one of Elvis's bodyguards. Okay? He was about 6'2".
Mhm.
Elvis was not 6 foot. Elvis was 5'10".
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that. Elvis was shorter than his father.
Mhm.
You met Vernon, so you know Vernon was a tall
Yeah.
man.
He's a tall man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was tall.
Yeah. And Vernon was taller than his son.
Right.
Okay, so is that gentleman right in the back there, Al Strada.
Mhm.
Interesting that I bring up his name because I want to show you something.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's have a little fun with this.
Oh, my.
You've seen all the Elvis alive pictures, all this stuff.
Yeah. Right.
That's
Yeah.
Elvis in his casket, supposedly.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a black and white picture. You're going to see a color picture here in just a second. There you go. I want you to take a look at the nose on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. His nose is flat and pugged.
Yeah. Right.
Elvis had a long classic nose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's also something I want you to notice about that. He looked like Elvis from the 50s, not Elvis from 1977.
Right.
Okay. You're looking at two guys on the screen here. Venture a guess as to who they are, Amelia.
Let's see. I was probably too young to know who that was, but
Well, you just saw a picture of him a moment ago.
Jesse?
On the left is Jimmy Ellis.
Okay.
On the right is Vernon Presley.
They look a lot alike.
Thank you.
They do.
It's better. Watch. Okay. Just watch the pictures. You're going to see something. Okay. This is Elvis, circa 1968, and Reverend Robert Joyce on the right.
Oh, wow.
There are people who believe that's Elvis. It's not. I assure you, Reverend Robert Joyce is not Elvis. He is a preacher. He's a Baptist preacher.
Mm-hmm.
But he is milking the whole Elvis thing for everything he's worth.
Mm-hmm.
There's Elvis's daddy, Vernon,
Mm-hmm.
when he was a bit heavier. He got sick and lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, you know that if you met him, you know that Vernon was a
He was
thin
skinny.
man.
He was thin when I met him. Yes.
Yeah. And that's about 1971. That's Johnny Hara. Pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it looks like just like him.
Okay. Now, again, I mentioned the name Al Strada.
Mm-hmm.
The man to the left, there's a woman in the middle there. The man to the left is Al Strada. The man with the big white jumpsuit and the gold symbol on his back, that's Elvis Presley. The woman in the middle is Al's wife. Wherever Elvis went, Al was right with him. Okay, take a look at this picture. That's the swimming pool at Graceland.
Yeah.
All right, have you seen that before, Jeff? You've been there?
Oh yeah. I've been there. Uh-huh.
Okay. You'll notice, and tell me if I'm lying, Jeff.
Okay.
Both of those doors are sealed shut now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me tell you what they used to look like. Because you're going to see a picture.
Okay.
Okay. There's Al Strada on the left-hand side behind Joe Esposito. That's Al Strada.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want you to take a look at his picture, and I want you to have that picture emblazoned in your mind.
Okay.
This is the film Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's a guy, and you're going to see another picture of that. There's a guy in that movie that some people swore has to be Elvis because of the guy's mannerisms, what he said, what he did. Okay. If you look at them side by side, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I showed you that picture, the casket picture?
Yes.
Right. The nose.
Uh-huh.
The nose. Take a look at this guy's nose.
Okay.
What do you notice about that nose?
Oh, yeah, it looks just exactly similar like the one in the casket.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
This is not Elvis, by the way.
Really?
No.
His name is Roscoe Holloway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. His name's Roscoe Holloway. Here you go. There's that man again at Graceland.
Mm-hmm.
This heavy set man with the beard. The guy they say is Elvis.
Hmm.
He shows up every year for Elvis's birthday. There's a side-by-side comparison of Elvis and his daddy. That's what his father looked like when you met him.
Yeah.
I want you to look at Elvis and look at his father. His father's taller than him.
Yeah.
Yes, he
He's
is.
taller than he is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's Vernon Presley. By the way, Vernon's middle name is Elvis.
Hmm.
Vernon Elvis Presley
Mm-hmm.
was his name. You'll see this is an autopsy report.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing about this autopsy report, it's in Elvis Presley's writing.
Wow.
He filled out his own autopsy report.
Huh.
He filled out his own death certificate. Okay? How does a dead man do that, Jeff?
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
Okay?
They don't.
No,
Now,
they don't.
Again, from Home Alone. You see the guy in the back?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All
The
right.
guy right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at him for a few minutes. It's pretty hard to say. Well, maybe it might be him. This was Elvis a month before he died.
Mm-hmm.
He was as big as a house. He weighed about. Here you go. Remember that picture I showed you of Al Strada with the guy with the glasses?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, you're looking at a picture of Elvis on the right from 1972. You're looking at a picture also from 1977 on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis died supposedly in August of 77, August 16th. Okay? Think about that. I want you to think about something else. Elvis was into numerology. Numerology was very important to him. Okay?
Right.
If you take 9, I'm sorry, if you take 8, 16, and 1977 and add them all together, what's that come up to? 2001.
Oh, so 2001. Yes.
What was Elvis's opening theme song? 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Okay? He was very, very superstitious. You remember that. Don't ever lose sight of that.
Mm-hmm.
There are people say that that's Al Strada
Mm-hmm.
sitting in that window, in the doorway. You're going to see other pictures of it. But that's a famous photo. You're also going to see a photo of Elvis. It's hard to tell, but that guy in that picture looks like he's got sideburns.
Yeah, he does. Looks
Al
like it.
Strada did not. That's the one. Here you go. Now, Jeff, you know the pool house. That's
The
not
pool
what
house.
it looks like then.
No. No.
All right?
Mhm.
You see a figure sitting in that doorway.
Right there in the doorway. You see a figure
There's
sitting
a
in there
figure sitting
Let's
in
see a
that
figure in
doorway.
the doorway.
in the bottom half of the window.
The bottom half.
Yes, don't touch the phone, but yes.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Take a look at that. You see
In the
that?
glass. In the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. That's Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how you slice it and dice it. You're going to see another picture, too.
Mm-hmm.
There's another angle. You would be very, very hard-pressed to tell me that's Al Strada.
Right.
Now, look at the same pool house today.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Those doors are sealed. Look at that, Jeff.
Yes.
Okay,
Wow.
that's what they looked like when you were there.
Yeah. Right. Well.
You're going to see another couple of. That's Johnny Hara. They did a television show called The Elvis Files
Right.
with Bill Bixby.
Bill Bixby. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right? See, this is all the crazy stuff that came out. There's John Candy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's what the hell is her name? Catherine O'Hara.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then you got all the crazy stuff that the tabloids wrote.
Right.
That's Johnny Hara at Graceland.
Right.
And you'd be hard pressed to tell anybody the difference.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
This guy's an interesting character
Yeah.
because he got the word Elvis spelled backwards on his shirt. Okay, that's the only shirt you'll ever find like that.
Right. Right.
You will never find another shirt like that.
Like that. Yeah. Really.
And that guy's wearing it.
He shows up there every year at the that celebration of Elvis too, probably. Huh?
Yeah, sure does.
Huh.
Every year,
Somebody's got to approach him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting thing is that there's Jimmy Ellis again. There's Orion.
Right.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's Vernon on the left. That's Jimmy Ellis on the right. They look like father and son.
They don't. They sure do. Yeah.
Okay. There are people who believe that Elvis and Jimmy Ellis were connected.
Mm.
They believe that they may have been either brothers or step siblings.
Mm-hmm.
But Jimmy Ellis was murdered in his pawn shop in Georgia,
Oh my goodness.
along with his wife. Two young kids in their 20s
I heard something about that.
broke into their pawn shop and shot both of them dead.
Yes.
If you're going to hear, you may not hear it tonight, but I want you to go on to YouTube and type in Jimmy Ellis Orion and listen to his voice. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just listen to his voice.
Okay.
And then you tell me. There's Vernon and Jimmy Ellis again. Again.
Oh, the side profile.
2 peas in a pod.
2 peas in a pod, yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Like brothers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there's Elvis again.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to see something else. Show and Tell is going to extend it tonight.
All right.
Watch this. You're watching Elvis Presley leaving Graceland in 2016. The black man that's leaving the door now, there is Lisa Marie, by the way, right there. The black man was Elvis's a handyman that would work for Elvis. You'll see there's several black people are going to come out of there. That's Lisa Marie right there, that woman.
Yeah.
You're going to see Priscilla. They're going to stand, they're going to take pictures together. Sitting out there talking in front of Graceland. Keep in mind, Graceland is a tourist attraction now.
Yeah.
But guess what, Jeff?
What?
It's still a home.
Still
Oh,
home.
it's still home.
It's still a home. I'm going to fast forward this just a little bit. Because you're going to see a very familiar woman walk out. Her name's Oprah Winfrey.
Oh my goodness, really? Oprah Winfrey.
Yep. You're going to see Oprah come out of here. There's Priscilla. There's Lisa Marie. There's Elvis. And there they are. All 4 of them. And that black man that worked for Elvis. They believe his name is Albert.
Albert, yeah. No, Albert.
Yeah.
Albert
Yeah.
passed away. Albert passed away. He. Well, this was a long time ago, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Albert passed away though. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so
Albert, Earl Pritchett passed away too. His uncle. Yeah.
yeah.
I met Albert. I met Albert and Earl Pritchett.
Did you ever met Vester? Did you ever meet Vester Presley?
No, I
That
never
was-
met Vester. I never met Vester Presley. No.
That was Vester was Vernon's brother.
Yeah, I never met him.
So
Yeah.
you're looking at. Let me show you who these people are from left to right.
I met like I said, Earl Pritchett, his uncle, and I met Monty Williams. Monty Williams was a dear friend of Elvis, and she managed the house. And I met Billy Smith, his cousin, his right-hand man.
Oh yeah, Billy. Yeah.
I met Billy Smith. Now he managed the attraction across the street.
Yeah.
And of course he his office was the racquetball courtroom upstairs. Is where his
Right,
office.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
met
I
him.
knew.
And I met him. Yes.
Yeah, that I knew.
And,
Okay,
that's
now
that's all who I met.
there we go.
So,
Okay.
and I got the story from Albert. He told me the story of when Elvis died, and what he was doing. He was between the house and the racquetball courtroom. He was raking leaves there.
Yeah.
And Ginger Alden came out on the balcony, and she says, "Elvis is dead. Elvis is dead." She was screaming it, and so Albert ran to the racquetball courtroom to get Billy and all that stuff, and so Billy come running, and they all ran upstairs, and they thought it was the grandma. They thought it was the grandma.
Yeah.
Is what they thought, because grandma was on her deathbed.
Grandma Minnie.
Yeah,
grandma's name was Minnie.
Minnie, yeah. So they thought it was a grandma and not Elvis, So anyway, long story short, it was Elvis, and he was doubled over on the over the toilet, and he was dead. Yeah, pronounced dead.
Well, and you see now that story you just told, doesn't jive with the official version.
Really?
Because Billy Smith said that they found Elvis laying on the floor.
Well, he was on the floor. That's what I meant. He was on the floor of the bathroom. Yeah.
Well, because you're not the first person to say.
Well, he was reading a book. He was reading. What I meant was he was reading a book. He was reading a book. Yeah. And he was reading a book, and what he was, he fell over the toilet, the forward onto the floor, and the book was underneath him on the floor. Is what Albert said.
There we go. Oh, I'm back.
To me, that's what Albert said. He was on the floor in the bathroom on the floor with the book underneath him. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what Albert told me. Yeah. So
let's take a look at this. There you go. Yeah. Now there you go. This is right from Graceland.com.
Right. Okay.
There you see the Graceland logo in the lower left-hand corner.
Right.
Okay. That car sat there. Keep in mind, Jeff, this was a day that Graceland was closed.
Right.
And they didn't have too many days that they were closed.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Again, I'm going to fast forward through this a little bit. That car, we're looking at, there we go. There's Oprah. There's the hair, right? There she is.
Yeah.
I told you you're going to see Oprah Winfrey in here.
There must be some kind of celebration for her to be there,
Oh, it was a celebration, all right.
Yeah.
Yep. It was a celebration, all right.
Yeah.
The guy in the pink shirt. That's what everybody needed.
That's a celebration.
Yep.
That's a celebration right there.
That's it, right there. You bet.
Yeah. You never know. Heck, Michael Jackson might be there too.
Yeah, no shit, right? We'll
that
find out
next week. Could be somebody's birthday or something.
So, again, here is now, he's getting his picture taken. I want you to think about that. He's getting his picture taken. Or who's taking it?
Yeah.
His daughter.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's not going anywhere.
Right. What is that they're getting a picture taken with? That's that character off of that's that cartoon. Yeah. It's a cartoon. It's a bunch of those characters.
I'm not sure.
He's the main character on it. A guy right there with the cowboy hat.
Now the video quality is pretty good.
Yeah, it really is. Very, very good quality.
Somebody, and I'll tell everybody right now, this video was taken at Graceland and it was leaked. It was leaked by someone who works at Graceland.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So
that's a nice video.
They're still working there, obviously. Well, as of 2016, they were anyway.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So that's remarkable. When you think about, there's Lisa Marie.
Uh-huh.
Now everybody's getting ready to leave right now.
Right. Yeah.
And I think you're going to see Elvis at the back of that car in just a moment.
Oh, okay.
He's going to be coming out of the house.
Well, it'd be nice if she could really zoom in on that. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, I can't. That's beyond my my control at this point.
Oh, I know that. I know. Get a nice zoom
But
in.
somebody is really trying to keep steady, though.
Yeah, doing a good job. Yeah.
Because they're probably shaking because they know what they're fucking filming.
And
Right.
they're nervous they're going to get caught.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're doing a good
but
job,
they're-
though.
They're filming the boss, you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The king.
You notice nobody's allowed upstairs.
Mhm.
Nobody's allowed upstairs at Graceland.
No,
Only
nobody
the
is.
family.
Yeah. I couldn't get up there. They wouldn't let me up there. I even asked Earl Pritchett, "Can you take me upstairs to just get a peek?" He goes, "No, nobody's allowed."
Nope, nobody's allowed upstairs.
Nobody. Yeah.
No, I mean nobody.
Yeah. Nobody.
Nicholas, you know the actor Nicholas Cage
Right. He can't even
tried
get up.
to pay $100,000 to go upstairs. They wouldn't take his money.
Right. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Elvis right there. Now you're going to tell me if you look at this man.
Yeah.
he's
That's
standing-
that. That's that. Yeah. That's him right there. Look. That's that guy you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
That's the real deal. That's the real Elvis in living color.
That's the king.
And now they're going away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about that? Talk to me.
What do you think?
What do I think? Well,
Do you
Pretty
believe the
wild
stories?
That's from Graceland.
Do you believe now that he really died? Or
I just go by what I was told by the family there, what I was told. I mean,
They lied to you, my son. They lied to you.
yeah.
they lied to
They
me.
lied. Man, they
Wow.
lied to you like a cheap rug. They lied.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yes.
Jesus. Wow.
That's why, and I'll tell everybody now, you want to know why I'm a conspiracy nut? I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't fucking trust nobody.
No, you can't.
I
These days, you can't
I
trust
don't
anyone.
believe them. I don't trust them. It's too, there's too much going against the heart attack theory.
Yeah.
Because Elvis had just, don't forget, people don't understand this stuff.
Yeah.
Elvis was about to go on tour.
Right. Yeah.
He just had a checkup from Lloyd's of London.
Mm-hmm.
They're the only ones that will insure somebody like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Right.
Okay?
Mhm.
Lloyd's of London is not a Cracker Jack company. They've
Yeah,
been around a long time.
Yeah. 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 We're
And
insured.
they
Our house
only
is insured by them.
insure big money.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
He passed the physical.
Mhm.
He passed the physical. Now you're going to tell me he dies the night before a tour? How convenient.
Right.
You know, he disappeared. He got out of Dodge to save his fucking life, is what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't know this. There was a hit out on Elvis.
Right.
People wanted him dead. The Church of Scientology wanted money out of him. They were extorting money. Priscilla Presley is a member of the Church of Scientology.
Didn't know
So
that.
was Tom Cruise. So was John Travolta.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big money. Kirstie Alley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of actors and actresses that are a part of that church, and they can't get out of it at all. They tried. And
Leah
they,
Remini got out.
yeah, she did. She wanted
Leah
it out.
Remini got out. You can get out, but they're going to make you fucking miserable. They're going to make your life miserable.
Yeah, and I think
Elvis
he's
was being extorted money from the Church of Scientology. They knew that Priscilla had access to all that Presley money. All right. So, what are you going to do? You're going to get your money, or are you going to just like say, okay, well, you can leave now? No, they wanted their money.
Yeah.
They wanted some of that Presley money. Okay.
Yeah. He had to die to live.
And Elvis knew it, and Elvis was a target of them. And he said, fuck this, I'm done, and I'll deal with things my way. The idea of a celebrity faking their death to have a normal life is not a new idea.
No.
There was a guy a long time ago, he was a writer named Arthur Rimbaud. Okay? Arthur Rimbaud wrote a book called Seasons in Time. A Season in Time. Okay? Arthur Rimbaud disappeared. All of a sudden disappeared. He wrote this amazing book called A Season in Hell, it's called. A Season in Hell. He wrote this book, and then after he wrote the book, he disappeared. Just disappeared. He was not seen from or heard from for almost 20 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
And then someone finally caught up with him on his deathbed. You can't make this shit up. Look at it. If you think I'm kidding, look it up. And Amelia, you hear me say to people every week.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, go to Google. You got a computer.
Right.
I'm not lying.
No.
I do
And
my
then
research.
also too, they said that Elvis's hair color was really blonde, too. So he could blonde. Because he could have dyed it blonde and blended in with regular people too. So
he had blonde hair. He was born a blonde.
Yeah.
And had his hair dyed black.
Black, yeah.
Because he wanted to emulate his idol, Tony Curtis.
Right. Yeah. Then he
loved the way Tony Curtis's hair looked.
Exactly.
But he also emulated Dean Martin's singing style.
Yes.
You know? That kind of swagger in his voice.
Right?
So here's the deal.
Yeah.
Folks out there, if you've got questions or comments and you want to maybe jump into the conversation, please join us. Because I think Amelia and Jeff are like the cat's got their tongue. I think Jeff's in shock.
I know he's like so shy. No, because I figured that too. Like he figured everybody's known with black hair all my life. Why not? I could easily, like you said, blend into the crowd. Just get my hair blonde again, and nobody would know the difference.
Right.
Well,
and then,
I mean, here's how you get away with being Elvis. You change your hair color and you shave your sideburns.
Exactly.
He had the most recognizable sideburns in the world.
Yes.
And now Engelbert Humperdinck is using them.
Well, that picture that you shown earlier with him in the supposedly him in the coffin. There was also rumor too that, of course, when you're in the coffin, a corpse does not sweat. And there were some pictures of him sweating. There was somebody, I don't know who took them, and of course, the corpse does not sweat.
Let's talk about that.
Do you remember seeing that?
Go to that. Yeah. We're gonna let this play.
Yeah.
Again, it's amazing. Johnny Harrer was amazing. It was just like him. There's that guy. There's that bearded man.
Yeah.
There's the groundskeeper. I don't know how you look at this guy and say he's Elvis.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I guess, because we're not used to seeing him as an older, I guess.
Right.
him.
Yeah, this is by back in the meditation garden.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like you were saying that misspelling too, and I was like, wait a minute, there's got to be. And yeah, I would want to not correctly spell my middle name either if it was
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah, Elvis was very superstitious.
Yeah.
Again, Jimmy Ellis. I really want you guys to do this after the show.
Mm-hmm.
Go on and listen. In fact, I may play it for you after
Okay.
the show. Again, Al Strada, you know, the tabloid magazines, doing the whole Elvis is alive. Okay, here
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
That's the black and white version. There's the color one.
Yeah. That
Okay,
was just
now,
like too perfect
if,
to me.
if all you have to do is
Uh-huh.
just turn your head like this.
Yeah, it looks like a wax
Yeah.
figure to me. That
It
doesn't even.
not only it doesn't look real, does it?
It doesn't. It looks like a wax figure because when you showed it to me, I kind of like went back. I was like, wait a minute, that's not even like the one that they showed in the magazines.
Right.
Because up there on the forehead, if you look, a lot of the pictures showed that's not even the real hair because it was longer. It looks like the
Exactly.
younger Elvis. And
Exactly.
wax figure, and on the forehead, the ones that they showed, they were sweating. Only a wax figure sweats in a lot of heat.
Well,
Especially.
the
Let's
other
go back and
thing
look at the
is,
picture
let's
of
talk
Elvis
about that.
before he died. That's not, you know,
Amelia, let's talk about that.
that bloated.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about that because
Yeah.
the casket weighed 900 pounds.
Right.
That's just the casket.
Yeah, because
I
Elvis
want
was
you to
big.
Yeah.
think about this.
Yeah.
That casket was custom made.
Exactly.
Okay, they had that thing ready in 24 hours. There's no way
No.
that a solid bronze casket, a seamless bronze casket,
Right.
was ready in 24 hours.
Especially if
Not
they do an
only that,
autopsy.
but they said that casket was so heavy, it
Uh-huh.
took 14, and count them if you think I'm kidding. Go look at the video.
Uh-huh.
14 pallbearers to carry it.
Right.
He was bloated He was bloated really bad. Did you see the image of him? I mean, he was
Get
big.
yourself in the camera.
He was big.
And also too, it's like,
He wasn't
with the
that
autopsy.
big. He wasn't that big, Jeff. Not for 14 people. What they said was they believed there was an air conditioning unit in the casket to keep
Yeah.
the wax dummy cool
Yeah.
from melting.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the image of Elvis before he died, though. I mean, the way he looked, though, he was pretty good size. I mean, compared
Bloated in the
saw
face.
Elvis.
to that picture that they showed. that he
See,
looked
that's the
in the
Elvis
casket.
that they had the wax figure made of, is that one
Let me
right
tell
there.
you something. And Amelia, you've heard me talk about this before.
Yes.
Jeff, I stood next to Elvis. I was 5 feet from him.
Mhm.
Okay, in 1977.
Right.
He was a big guy. He was about 260 pounds
Right. Okay.
when I saw him. Okay. He didn't remember his name. He was out of it.
Right.
But he
yeah.
remembered every word to every song.
Right. Oh yeah.
Okay. That's where his mind was.
Much. Yeah.
Again, look at this video again. The Home Alone guy.
Look
And
at
this
the nose, how
picture-
similar that is.
Exactly.
And look at the cheekbones right up here, right there on the top. So
Well,
similar.
let's go back and look at that. Watch. Okay. I want you to look at his nose.
Yeah, look at that. It's very
Now
similar.
Well, watch the next one now. Hold on. Let's let it roll. Now look at the nose there.
Yes.
You're going to tell me that's the same nose?
No.
That's not the same nose.
Mm-mm.
It's not the same guy.
No, it's not.
Okay. Elvis was the most impersonated celebrity in world history. Why? Because everybody looks like him.
Yes.
everybody looks like him. He looks like a regular guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what made him so famous. He was
Mm-hmm.
a regular guy that made it.
Exactly.
Don't forget what he used to do for a living. He was a truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
He drove a truck for a living. He went and made a record for his mother for her birthday.
Yes.
Okay? That's what that was all about.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at him and his father.
Yes.
By the way, see those sideburns?
Yes.
Those sideburns are glued on.
Oh, wow.
That's a little something about Elvis people didn't know. Those sideburns were glued on. And he had many pairs of them. This is the best part for me.
The handwritten note. The handwritten one.
Writing on his own autopsy report. That was the best.
Yeah.
You see how remarkable Johnny Harrow looks just like him.
Very much like him.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the hair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, you get the idea.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
We have,
Definitely.
somebody's in the
Yeah.
chat room.
Yeah, because you think about
Hey,
it.
Madison.
Because
My friend
the
Madison. Hey, Madison, what are your thoughts, Madison, on is Elvis alive? What are your thoughts? Curious to what you think here.
Mhm.
This is a young lady I met on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I met her and her father and mother. They're
Mhm.
big Elvis fans. In
Mhm.
fact, are you ready for this one? Her
Mhm.
boyfriend's name is Elvis.
Really?
Oh,
I
wow,
swear
nice.
to you, I can't make that up. Her boyfriend's name is Elvis.
Oh, well, we have a dental hygienist that works in one of our clinics. His name is Elvis, I swear.
Pretty
Yep.
remarkable.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah, a lot. And then I went to a school with a gentleman by the name of Elvis.
Yeah.
A popular name now. It's getting popular.
Madison and Lisa. Her mother is Lisa, and wonderful lady,
Mhm.
good people. And if I hope they have something to ask.
Mhm.
I would love them to ask a question.
Yeah, it's yeah, like you were saying also too, it's like people wanted to live their life. I understand that, too much popularity, you don't get to live your normal life like you used to, like normal people.
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes because you want to, raise your kids and go to amusement parks with them, or even go to a movie or take them out to a ball game.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you have to forfeit your anonymity,
Hmm.
for the price of success.
Exactly.
I learned something. I've been watching the Johnny Depp trial.
Hmm.
Johnny Depp went to the length of buying an island. Okay,
Hmm.
Really?
he
Wow.
bought
Yeah.
an island to be able to get away and have anonymity.
Yeah.
Okay, because fans know where he lives, they know where his apartment is, they know where his house is. Or I should say, one of he's got like fucking 5 apartments and houses everywhere.
And now more than ever.
Mhm.
Yeah, now more than ever. But he bought an island. Think about that. To buy an island to get away. Okay.
Yeah.
Elvis became a prisoner of Graceland. He became a
Mhm.
gilded bird in a giant bird cage.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. Be so famous that you can't go nowhere.
Right.
He
Unless you
couldn't take
buy
his-
the whole place for one day.
Yeah.
He had to have somebody go to take a shit with him. Okay.
Right.
He couldn't go to the bathroom by himself.
Huh.
Literally, he couldn't take a shit by himself.
Mhm.
Okay. Just to have that level of fame.
Right.
You'll
Well, there's
never
amusement. There's an amusement
people-
park. There's an amusement park there in Memphis, and Elvis would have to rent the whole park to take Lisa Marie and the family there to have fun. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
Liberty
know.
Land. It's called Liberty Land. Was the name of it.
yeah. I knew it well. There was a
They
place
had a
there
wooden roller coaster. It was an awesome wooden roller coaster there too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. We have we actually right about 10 minutes from my house.
Oh,
We have the second oldest wooden roller coaster in America.
oh, nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
10 minutes from here.
Those are nice roller coasters.
But the thing about Elvis was he would have to, like, he couldn't go see a movie. He had to rent out the Memphian Theater.
Oh, theater, yeah.
Okay. Or take, Lisa Marie to Liberty Land.
Yeah.
And buy the whole place out for the day.
Right. You have to rent the whole place, yeah.
People don't understand that. Like, spend, $500,000 to rent out an amusement park.
Oh, definitely.
You have to take the whole Memphis Mafia with him.
$10,000 to rent out a movie theater.
Yeah. Yeah, and they had to take everybody with them, and maybe their kids, and he actually didn't get to be a father with just him and her alone time, and that's like the sad part. Unless he was, like you said, there in Graceland.
Well, Madison Rose says that they believe Elvis is dead. I will tell you that I think he's dead now. But Madison and Lisa, did you see the video we showed of Elvis in 2016?
Because if he was still alive, he would be 87 right now if he was still alive right now.
Yeah, my mother's age. Elvis and my mother were born the same year, 1935. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's what you're looking at right there.
Yeah, and then I was looking also that Elvis died in August. I think it was it 16th and
August 16th, yeah.
And his mother died August the 14th. Of course, different years, but it's just like 2 days from.
Yeah, that's the 2016 clip, Madison. It sure is. There is a very famous clip. If you get it, let me ask you a question before I tell you the story. If your son just died and you're upset and crying, wouldn't you want to be like left alone and not bothered?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to think about something. CBS television in 1977 aired Elvis in concert. At the end of the show, Vernon Presley says, thank you for all the cards and letters and the flowers, during this time of grieving, right? I lost my son Elvis, right?
Right.
They had to retake that 5 times. Okay? Would you want to have to do that 5 times?
I wouldn't even want to do it once.
Exactly. But here's the thing. As he's saying that, you see a figure walk past the window. Who looks a hell of a lot like Elvis walking past the window at Graceland in 1977. Funny, ain't it?
Very.
Okay. And it wasn't Al Strada.
Yeah, because I remember when my aunt lost her son, he was 22 years old. We couldn't even get her to sleep or eat anything. She just wouldn't want to lay down and sleep. We couldn't. She didn't even want to talk.
Madison wants to see the whole clip. Madison, just for you, I'm going to show you the whole clip. You're welcome, Madison. I'm just going to let that play. Let's go watch. That's no shit.
Mhm.
With a cell phone.
Yep.
With a cell phone.
With a cell phone, you fool.
That he had to learn how to use.
He
Mhm. He kept up with technology.
did. Kept up with everything.
Mhm.
Even Russia.
Madison said the same thing I said.
COVID.
Mhm.
Wanting to live his last years in privacy. Absolutely.
Private. Yep.
He's doing it.
Wanted to learn what. Yeah, wanted to be a
I got
dad
news
and
for you.
grandpa.
It's no accident that nobody's allowed upstairs at Graceland. It's
Mm-mm.
still a home. I want
Yes.
people to understand this.
Yeah.
Graceland is still a residence.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
happens to give tours.
Right.
Mhm.
Think about something. The White House is a residence too.
Yes. You're only allowed to certain
Yeah.
parts of the White House, and that's it.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah,
toured it.
they give
Mhm.
tours of the White House too.
Yes,
Right.
you're only allowed to a certain point, and then when I toured it, you weren't allowed to a certain point, and that was it.
Right.
You could only get to a certain point of it.
Oh yeah, well it's the
Yeah.
secret. You know, the
Mhm.
White House is a military installation.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Basically.
you were allowed to a certain point, and then see something for the president. You could see the plates that all the first ladies used to use for the house, and then the private residence. They show you where it was, and that was it. You couldn't go any further.
I think it's remarkable though that both Lisa Marie and
Mhm.
Priscilla were both in that clip.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we're done with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That they still are a part of it. That's what I love about that.
I will send them. Your father-in-law got married at Graceland.
Mhm.
I would love to visit. I actually lived in Tennessee for almost 15 years,
Mhm.
and I'd never been to Graceland.
Yeah. Yeah, we lived there too, but I never went. He actually worked there.
But I knew everybody there, though.
Mhm.
I knew Elvis's cousin, Harold Lloyd. Did you know Harold?
Harold Lloyd. Nope. Never
You
got
know
a chance
Harold?
to meet him. No.
Yeah, Harold was Elvis's cousin.
Never got a chance to meet him.
Oh, okay.
You got to
Yeah,
meet
he
Priscilla.
was.
Yeah, I met
He
Priscilla.
left there in 1980. He left Graceland in 1980.
1980. Okay.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was worked in the merchandising department, like licensing.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what
Okay.
Harold did. He worked in licensing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But that's our show on Elvis tonight. So what do you think, guys?
I had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, tell them about you
Yeah.
got to meet Priscilla.
Yeah, I met Priscilla. How I met her was Delta Biggs. She came out with her little dog. Elvis had bought her,
Yeah.
and his name's Edmund. And anyway, it's a cute little dog. And anyway, I was rolling up the hose this day I met her, and I was toward the end of my job, the contract. Anyway, I was rolling up the garden hose in between the racquetball courtroom and the back of the mansion. Anyway, I was rolling the hose up, and all of a sudden I was down on my I was crunched down, I was rolling the hose up. Anyway, and I felt a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, it's Priscilla, and now she had her hair bobbed blonde, and
Right.
she's getting ready to go on Dallas, is what it was. Premiere on Dallas. She's doing her first premiere on Dallas.
Right.
Anyway, I stand up and I said, "Oh my God!" So I stand up and she said, "My name, I'm Priscilla," and she introduced herself. And I said, "I'm Jeff," and she, "I just want to tell you, you've done such a beautiful job here, and I just want to let you know, I told Monty to tell you something when you go inside and get paid and everything. I told her to tell you something. I got a surprise for you." I said, "Well, thank you, Priscilla. Thank you so much. Thank you so much." Anyway,
Well, what the hell was the damn surprise? You want to keep me waiting?
I'm ready to tell you, Mr. Presley. So anyway, I was just so in shock. Anyway, I got to meet her. So anyway, to this day, I'm still excited about it. Anyway, so I walk in to meet Money, and anyway, I had a company called Bluff City Landscape in town in Memphis, and anyway. So I go inside to meet Monty, and she said, well, we got a little surprise for you. We want to hire you full time. And I said, oh, wow. Now, in the back there, they got a private interest in the back anyway. So anyway, in the back, they have mobile homes back there.
Yeah.
That was
I know exactly where it's at.
Okay, good. So anyway, she said, we want to hire you full time, and it's $4.25 an hour. We want to pay you $4.25 an hour. Now this is back in the 70s, back in the, So anyway,
yeah, when the wage was shit.
Jesus, but anyway, yeah, exactly, bingo. So anyway, but I had all the po folks restaurants back then, and which is there was 3 of them in Memphis, which is I lied, but anyway, but I had my business going pretty good back then, and $4.25 an hour just wasn't going to get it, all my business I had going. So anyways, but she said, now you'll have one of the mobile homes to live in. That includes your electric, everything. You won't have to pay nothing. You just have your room and board there in a mobile home. You just take good care of the mansion here and everything like that. We'll pay you $4.25 an hour. That got me thinking there about that, a little bit, I said, well, I still turned it down. I couldn't do it.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Well, I couldn't do it because I had so much going on. I was making too much money out there, man. I was just making good money. Anyway, I didn't do it. So
you know what?
What?
You couldn't. If you played your cards right, young man.
Yeah, I know.
You could have been the head landscaper at Graceland. You know what that kid pays?
Yeah, I know. I could have pushed me up. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know that guy.
I could have went back in. Yeah, exactly.
You know how much he's making? He's doing about $275 a year.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
As the head landscaper at Graceland.
Right. Yeah.
Because they don't hire outside landscapers. They do everything in house.
I know. Yeah, I know.
And I know where
I've done pretty well myself.
Where the hidden driveway is in the back. I know where it's at.
Yeah.
And I know how to get there.
Right.
People don't realize this. When Elvis wanted to get out,
right.
He had a little escape hatch in the back to get out. And it would go back, down, and to the left. It would cross about 3 properties and come out on Elvis Presley Boulevard.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. So anyway.
I never been there, but I know people who live there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I got a lot of business. I got a lot of business just from that for referral, man. I got so damn big. Anyway, I did well. So everything's good. Everything's good. Yeah.
That's the name of the channel.
But yes, I got to meet Priscilla, and that's what it was. She's getting ready to go on Dallas for the first time. She's getting ready to premiere on there. So I got to see her, and I never got to meet Lisa Marie though. Never got to meet her. So.
You're not missing nothing.
I know. But
you're not missing nothing. No, she's a sweet girl. She's a little rough around the edges though.
Yeah.
She's a lot like her daddy.
Yeah.
Because Elvis was the kind of guy who's he didn't beat around the bush. If he liked you, he liked you.
Yeah. And she's had a lot of loss lately.
Elvis would tell you to go fuck off if he didn't like you.
He would too. Yeah. He tell you that.
Elvis used to drop a lot of F-bombs, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Well, Madison, Rose, and Lisa, thank you. Enjoy your dinner tonight. Take care.
And then
Take care.
Lisa Marie also had a lot of loss lately as well. So.
Yeah.
Her story.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, tell everybody. Listen, I'm over here telling. Tell everybody how if they want to get a hold of you, your social media and all that stuff. Like we do everybody else. And if you don't, if you're a private guy, you can just tell them to piss off.
You can get a hold of me, jeffchapman61@gmail.com. Yep.
All right, terrific. Good.
Yeah.
So he is sociable. Good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Amelia.
Yes.
Tell everybody what's coming up this week and next. What's going on?
Okay, let's see. We've got, Jeffrey, what's his name? Oh, goodness, I drew a blank for a second.
Forgot already? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm just kidding. I got too much on my mind today thinking about the Michael
Epstein.
Jackson episode coming up. Because it's going to be more.
We are doing The death of Jeffrey Epstein. Did he really commit suicide or was he murdered?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And who did it? The Bushes, the Clintons, or the Trumps?
I think a lot of people had their hands in that.
Or the royal family. Everybody had their hand in it.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were all guilty.
Yeah, I think so too.
Man, I'll tell you what. Talk about a screwy situation.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go over that one big time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Well, the other thing we got going on, tell everybody what's happening next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow.
Oh, we got Michael Jackson. Is he dead or alive?
We have a woman coming on. She has done 7, as I understand, 7 films.
Mm-hmm.
And has written at least 3 books on Michael Jackson and the whole, the whole incident, the death hoax, the truth, oh man, this woman is by far and away, hands down, the single most knowledgeable expert on Michael Jackson I have ever come across. And I've come across a lot of Michael Jackson people and knew a couple of them myself.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know what Pearl Jr. knows.
Right?
Because Pearl knows. And Pearl's going to tell.
Oh, yeah.
She said to me, I'll tell you whatever I can tell you. I said, it works for me, baby.
Right? Anything she can tell, we want to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You want to get a hold of me?
Mm-hmm.
Easy enough.
Oh, absolutely.
At Mad Dog Discipio on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. You can find me at What's the Buzz at Wrestling with the Future podcast. And don't forget, that's still our brand. Wrestling with the Future is still our brand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's never far behind. And and I want to take a moment to tell everybody, say prayers, please, for Pete Wilcox. He and his wife are going through a little bit of a rough spell. They need some prayer. Pete has to he's got to either buy his unit that he's living in, or he's got to find a place to live.
Absolutely.
So, not a good situation to be in. So, pray that Pete and his wife find some guidance along the way.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, you can find Amelia and I right here on What's the Buzz podcast on StreamYard, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Vimeo, Podbean. Wherever you can find a podcast, you're going to find What's the Buzz. Anything that says What's the Buzz, even put What's the Buzz page. Absolutely. But why don't we go out with our Manscaped commercial? Okay. For Amelia Pitbull Chapman. For Jeff, the innkeeper Chapman. I'm Mad Dog DeCipio. Take care, everybody. We love you. Take care, everyone. Do you have sweaty balls or volleyball netty balls? It's time to make them ready balls. The Manscaped.com Lawnmower 3.0 will do the job and clean your knob with its patented no-nick head, so your head will function as desired. Enter promo code Wrestling Future for a generous 20% discount. That's enter Wrestling Future for a 20% discount. Manscaped.com and Wrestling with the Future, going balls to the walls with Manscaped.com and the Lawnmower 3.0. Your balls will thank you, and so will we.